resiliency, I mean, if we think about it, just the very definition of it is the ability or the capacity to recover, sometimes quickly, sometimes, it depends, but the ability to recover from difficulties. And everyone knows this year has been a very difficult year for Tennesseans as well as the nation. I mean, we look, just at our state alone, though, on top of COVID, I mean, we had some really destructive tornadoes hit, in multiple parts across the state. So not only did we have people who were immediately homeless and had no food and no shelter and no clothes, now they're faced with this pandemic of COVID. So it was just back to back to back to back. And again, thinking about just the very definition of resiliency and having that ability to recover quickly from difficult situations, what we're going to do is really focus and put an emphasis in our trainings on what resiliency is. How can we instill resiliency within people? How can we build their capacity to be more resilient regardless of what the difficulty is? So we're going to be incorporating ideas like how to cultivate a belief in your ability to cope with difficult situations and circumstances. How can we stay connected with our sources of support, whether that's a human support or a four-legged support or, a book? What makes us feel good and how do we get more of that? Healthy feel goods, right? And making sure we're encouraging people to talk about what they're going through. And someone said it very elegantly earlier where, the stigma around mental health and going and talking to someone, we hope is going to be dramatically reduced, because it's almost as though we're all on the same playing field now, right? What we've all experienced, we're united by this COVID effect, let's say. And, different people deal with it in different ways, and we all have different levels of resiliency, but I feel like we're all kind of on the same playing field now. And it's not, oh, you're going to talk to someone. It's more, hey, who did you go and talk to about this, right? Who helped you? And that network of referrals, how can we help people cultivate an attitude of survivorship, right? And how does that go with being resilient, and helping build someone's resiliency, and talking about activating positive emotions. And so you're going to start seeing more and more of that from TSPN and helping Tennesseans or whoever decides to join our trainings build their resiliency or even the resiliency within their communities.